Hey there everybody, and welcome back. So today's a really exciting day for me, because as you guys heard in my news video, I've been waiting and waiting some more for PMDG to finally release their installers for the 737 for FSX Steam Edition, and today's finally that day. So today not only have they released their installers for FSX Steam Edition, but also have released their installers for P3D, as well as have released a new installer for vanilla FSX, which includes some of the aircraft enhancements that they included in those other two versions. So we're going to be flying on a short haul here today, and we're going to be flying from here in beautiful Miami, Florida, on over to Sangster International Airport, also known as Montego Bay, Jamaica. So it's going to be a tropical flight, that's for sure. Relatively moderate weather all the way there, and it should be very enjoyable. Going to take some tourists from here in Miami down to the Caribbean or the West Indies. So let's go ahead and get the flight started, and before we do, I do want to let everybody know something that's very important, and that is that today Dovetail also announced that they are going to be releasing a open beta for their next version of FSX Steam Edition. Now, you guys in the news video heard me talk about the fact that Dovetail is going to be releasing a new installer that should be fixing the terrain.dll and g3d.dll crashes that some folks have been experiencing, and we'll see what other enhancements they include in that open beta. But that open beta does start next week on March 9th, and it will run for the entire week, so be sure to try it out sometime next week. And of course, you guys know I'll make sure that you're covered with a video on what exactly is included in that open beta, and we'll test as many things in it as we can. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at where we are first of all, and let's take a look at our terminal. So we are here at Terminal J at KMIA. So you guys can see this is where a lot of the international flights go out of. The one in particular we'll be flying today is Caribbean Airlines. And actually, we're in an Air Jamaica livery, but Air Jamaica does code share with Caribbean Airlines, and so we'll be flying a Air Jamaica / Caribbean Airlines code share on down to the island of Jamaica. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at our aircraft, and you guys can see there's our plane. In fact, you guys see the Caribbean Airlines marking right there, and we will be flying there in this beautiful 737-800 from PMDG. So let's go ahead and jump on in the cockpit, and we'll start the fun. Alright, so here we are inside of the cockpit of our beautiful 737-800, and we're going to go ahead and get things set up so we can go ahead and get on our way. So first of all, let's worry about getting our passengers on board. So to do that, we're going to start out with our emergency exit lights, and we will start aligning our IRS. Then we'll also go ahead and set up our fuel. So let's go ahead and look at the fuel page on our FMC and get things programmed there. So FS Actions fuel. Look at our flight plan real quickly. In our flight plan, it says we're going to be taking on 6,700 kilograms of fuel. However, that does not account for passengers nor for cargo. So we're going to boost ourselves up to around 8,500 just to be safe. So 8,500. And good, fuel's on board now. Let's go ahead and open up our doors, and we'll tell GSX to start loading our passengers. So request boarding now, and good, they're on their way. So let's finish setting up our overhead here. Our IRS is aligned, so we'll put on our yaw dampener. We'll come on down here, everything looks good. We want to put ourselves on ground power. Make sure ground power is on. We'll put on our passenger seatbelt lights since we do have our fuel on board now. Put on our window heat. And everything else looks good there. And since it's a little bit of a hot day, we'll also put on our reciprocating fans to keep our passengers cool until we're ready to head out of here. According to our flight plan, we're also going to be cruising at flight level 370. So we'll go ahead and set that here, and we're going to be landing and departing at sea level, so we can leave our landing altitude alone. So alright, very good. So looks good to me. Now let's go ahead and set our auto brakes to RTO, our flight director on, and then we'll go and program our FMC. Alright, so we'll program our FMC in the 2D panel. this gets a little bit easier. So, alright. So we'll go to our FMC and we'll set our position here at KMIA. And our route is actually going to be KMIA to MKJS. Go ahead and set that. And according to our flight plan, we're also going to be taking runway 30. So we'll set runway 30 as our departure runway here. Hopefully ETC cooperates with us. Alright, so let's get on over to our performance initialization page. We'll set our reserves as 5 with our cost index of 80. We know we're going to be cruising at 370. And we're actually going to be using the Toper web tool as a way of calculating our performance data. So let's go ahead and go on over to it. We'll set it up to for a 737-800. So our airport is KMIA. We're going to need to know our runway length, so let's go on over to our charts cloud and look up KMIA here. We'll look at the aerodrome overview. And for runway 30, we'll need to know how long it is in meters. So according to this, it is 2851 meters. So we'll plug that in here for runway 30, 2851. Air conditioning will be on, anti-ice will be off, conditions are dry. And let's go ahead and listen to Addons real quickly so we can get our altimeter and weather information.
Miami reports information. Victor 1752 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility greater than 20 miles. Sky conditions. Ceiling 6,500. Broken. Temperature 2 degrees. Dew point 2 at 1. Altimeter 3013. ILS. Runway 26. Left visual. Runway 26. ILS. Runway 26.
Good enough for me for the meantime, so we'll turn this off until we're ready to contact clearance. So let's go ahead and go back over to our web tool here. We know that winds are 000 at 0, or they're calm. Outside air temperature is 23 in centigrade. And then our QNH is 3013. Alright, now we see our takeoff weight is 63.8, so we'll go and plug that in here. And we should be good to calculate. So, alright, so it shows here that our select temp will be 64 degrees centigrade, V1 will be 139, 140 for rotation, and 143 for V2. So let's go ahead and plug that on in. And we're 64. And set our CG here. Flaps we know will be at 5. And we're 139, 39. 140 and 43. Alright, very good. So everything looks good here. Good to go. Let's go ahead and start up our APU so we can go ahead and push ourselves back here. And while we're waiting for that to start up, we'll go ahead and set our V2 here, which is 143. Altimeter we know is going to be going up to flight level 370. And we got to set our barometric pressure to 3012. Alright, everything checks out. Let's call for clearance.
Miami, clearance delivery 2009er, ready to copy IFR clearance to Sangster. 2009er is cleared to Sangster Airport is filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 11000. Departure frequency is 120.5, squawk 4377. 2009er cleared at Sangster Airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 11000. Departure on 120.5, squawk 4377. 2009er, read that correct. Contact ground on 121.8.
Alright, so we'll set our APU gen on, put on our APU generators. Our APU is now running, so we can go ahead and set our parking brake and remove our ground connections. And then we will tell GSX that we would like to call for pushback. And we'll take a straight pushback. Alright. Let's turn this off until we're ready to oops. Alright, so let's put in the bogus frequency until we're ready to haul ground, and we look all good to go.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Alright, and since we're going to get ready to start, we'll put on all of our pumps along with our hydraulics. And everything else looks good. Take off our packs.
Locking gear.
Alright, we got our engine page up so we can see our startup, and we'll go ahead and set our trim now, 474, which actually it already is at, and wait until we actually push back to set our flaps.
Departure check completed. Live has been inserted. Release parking brakes.
And we'll take off our parking brake.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start that wheel.
So let's go ahead and put our beacon light on. And we'll start with the left engine. We'll wait for our N2 to reach 22. And then we'll start her up. Alright, take our cutoff to idle. And she appears to be starting just fine. It's weird, my tow truck disappears when I look directly at it. Oh, that's weird. Maybe he's shy. We're taking a straight pushback, so we'll wait. We're a little bit further back before we ask our pushback to stop. And the left switches are turned. Looks like the engine is stabilized, so we'll take the right engine. We'll go ahead and ask for our pushback to stop here. And right engine starts.
Set parking brake.
Brake on. And very good, and that right engine is ramping up.
Unlocking gear.
Alright, so while that's happening,
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass being removed.
she's pretty much stabilized, so we'll take ourselves off the engine page, and we will go ahead and put on our left and our right generators. We'll put this over to generator 1, then we'll go ahead and turn off our APU along with our
Left is clear.
with our APU
Right
bleed.
is
We'll put our
clear.
packs back on and put our isolation valve in the middle. Alright, so we look like we're pretty much good to go. Let's go ahead and put on our PETA heat. And everything looks good to me. So while we're doing this, we know we're going to be calling for ground here. Let's make sure they want to be nice to us and give us runway 30.
Ground 2009er with X-ray. Ready to taxi IFR. 2009er. Taxi to and hold short of runway 27. Taxi rate 15.
Alright, they want to give us 27, so we're going to ask them for 30. Select another runway.
Miami ground American
We'll ask for runway 30.
X-ray. Ready to taxi IFR.
American 1311, taxi to and hold short of runway 26, left, taxi rate 9er, November, Yankee 1, Yankee, November, 13.
Goodness gracious, it's a long taxi for that guy.
123.9er, when ready.
Miami ground 2009er.
Thank you for that. They gave us 3-0. So let's look at what our taxi chart is here. Knowledge taxi. Alright, so we're, as we said earlier, we're at Gate Juliet. So 3-0 is right here. So basically we're just going to take Quebec 8, and she said take pretty much Quebec 8. So we're going to take Quebec 8, we're going to cross 27, go behind 27, and then this is probably going to be where our threshold is, our runway threshold. We'll call for clearance here, and then we'll taxi up, cross 27 again, and then start our takeoff. So looks good to me. So I think we're good to go. We'll turn on our taxi lights here. And let's go ahead and get the party started. Let's make sure our flaps are down to 5.
Miami ground, American 1633, request taxi to the gate. American 1633, taxi to gate Delta 2.
Flaps are at 5. And we're looking good to go.
Taxi to gate Delta 25, using taxiway Quebec Whiskey November 76. American 1633.
Doesn't look like there's any real traffic coming onto these runways, so we should have a relatively good time. Just pretty much getting ourselves right onto the runway. We'll remain vigilant nonetheless, but should be relatively easy. Let's take a quick look out. I don't see any traffic coming, so we'll go ahead and cross 27. Normally you would ask ATC for permission to cross, but it's not simulated in FSX. Alright, and then we'll tune tower. Get ready to ask for clearance onto 30. Not great, so we just got under clearance. Let's see if there's enough space there for them to just let us go. Right. Alright, we'll wait for this guy, and we'll get on the way. So, in the meantime, we'll test our TCAS.
Eagle Flight 3646 is 18 miles southeast, inbound ILS, runway 30, approach. Eagle Flight 3646, Miami Tower, make straight in, runway.
Where's this guy? Oh man, he's all the way out there. Alright, so TCAS is set. Let's go ahead and turn it on. And everything else looks good. Although we probably won't have any weather, we're going to turn on our weather radar anyways. And I promise that in a later video I will demonstrate weather radar and some actual weather conditions that'll allow you to see it in action. Anyways, we're going to have a little bit of a wait here, so we'll come back once the traffic is cleared.
546 Bandy, go around. American 549er Bandy, exit runway when able.
Going around 546 heavy.
546 Bandy, contact Miami approach on 120.5. American 549er Bandy, contact ground on 121.82009er, cleared for takeoff, runway 30. Caution the Boeing 757, taking off runway 26 left.
Alright, Very good. So we got our clearance.
For takeoff, runway
We'll go ahead and put on our runway turn off lights and our taxi lights. We'll put these to continuous. And we look good to go. Gas is on. Don't see any traffic. He said there is a aircraft departing runway 26, which does not cross our path onto our runway, so not too worried about it. Once again, we're going to cross 27. I guess that was the aircraft he was telling us to careful for. It looks like a 757 from here. We're going to cross 27. Go ahead and put on our landing lights. Have VNAV. VNAV not activating. Anyways, we'll do it up in the air. Alright, and throttle up. Okay. Here we go. Positive rate. We'll take our gear up.
American 2005 Miami Tower, fly straight in, runway 26 right, altimeter 3013-2009er, contact Miami, departure on 120.
Notch your flaps up and put on LNAV. We'll put on our autopilot. Brakes will come up. We are heading out of Miami. Alright, now we'll take up our last notch of flaps here. Center tanks are about to run dry, so we'll turn them off in a minute. Look at that city. Alright, and we are on our way to Jamaica, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the flight. so we're near our top of descent, so let's go ahead and start setting up our approach here. And we'll take a look at what we'd like to do. So first of all, let's check the weather over in Kingston. I'm sorry, in Montego Bay. And, looks like right now they're coming right out of the north. Almost no wind, so as long as we're landing somewhere in that area, it looks like our options are RNAV for 25, or option of 07. So I'm going to make the 07 option. And then let's take a look at what our approach options are here. So MKJS, Montego Bay, and look at the stars. We're going to be coming in from the north. Be coming in from technically the west, I guess you would call it. So our flight. Let's see if our flight plan same direction. So LR3. Yeah, LR3. I think it's gonna be the what's that called? The northwest. That's LR now, so we'll call it the northwest. Alright. Oh, that's not complicated at all. So we're going to be coming in from E333M. So it looks like shooting this one right here, the Kirin. Swinging around to 103. So, alright. Let's go to program that one in here. So 103. Looks good to me. Alright, execute that. So check if there's any discontinuities. So it looks like from LNR we'll hit ZAV key. Like let's just take a look at how that'll look. And yeah, it actually checks out. So it checks out. Alright, cool, we'll take it. So alright. There goes our approach. And we'll continue on our merry little way. Top of descent is about 40 miles out, so we got a little ways to go, and I'll see you guys closer to our approach. See you guys then. Alright, and here we are, getting ready to cross 10,000 and shoot our approach here. Let's slow ourselves down. 20 miles away from entering our RNAV approach. And time to take off. Ties. Want to clear that last layer of clouds before we took that off, but take it off now. And, here we are. There's our RNAV approach. We'll look at the chart one more time. So here it is. We're going to be entering from the Lennar 3, north-northwest. The R333 radial. Kieran in transition. We're going to swing around to the Lennar 3 approach. And they're going to catch Drzewiecki and pretty much shoot our way right on it. So it'll be tricky, but it'll be fun. So hope you guys enjoy it. And we'll go ahead and start setting up our approach here. Flaps down again. Speed brakes down again. So we will land with flaps 30, 43. Our VREF actually just dropped a little bit. Good. I discarded ATC at this point because it just started getting annoying and always messes up a fun approach, so I'm not going to be using ATC for this approach. So I'll go ahead and set auto brakes to 2. Let's look real quickly at what the terminal looks like. What the aerodrome looks like, I'm sorry. So the runway is pretty short, so we're actually going to set auto brakes to 3. And now that I think about it, let's actually land with flaps 40. Looks like we made it with just enough fuel. We wanted 5 reserve. We're right on the ball, so be good. Alright, so here we are. We're about to enter via 333 for our approach. And we'll go ahead and turn on our strobes. Our anti-collision lights are already on. What the heck is going on with that sky texture? Alright, and throw these on to continuous. We'll notify the cabin. And almost looks good to go. And there goes our turn. Slow down quickly here. Coming in pretty hot. So we'll look to slow down by this deceleration point. Actually may want to take over here because we've got a tailwind. So what to do? Yeah, let's take over our vertical speed to 500. Try to slow ourselves down here. got some room to breathe here. Gotta slow ourselves down. We'll bring us down to 80 on our speed. Right, and there's the airport. It's off to our left. See the cruise boats over there. And the airport is that little strip right there that we're looking at. So that's the Sandals Resort. See some of the boats out there in the water. So, alright. So we can go ahead and start taking some flaps here. And we'll decrease our rate of descent to 1,000. And we should be able to make it just fine, actually. So we're going to go flaps 5. And we'll go ahead and turn on our, landing in our runway lights. Slow ourselves down to 50 here. And we can retract our speed brakes. We'll arm them. There goes our approach. So actually we'll hold up our speed at 180. We'll hold it here until we make the turn. Which is going to be happening any second now. Let's actually turn on terrain radar. You'll see the sweep effect that's new in this version of the 737. It's because we don't want to smack into anything. Hold here at this altitude until we're done with this turn. Once we are, I'm going to manually take over and fly the rest of the way. And there we go. So we are now done with the turn. And let's make sure we're all set up. So, everything's set here. Set to continuous, and we're good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and take over now. Now we've completed that turn. We're going to do speed down to 150 until we are 5 miles out. We'll bring gear down. Take off the auto throttle and take more power now. Once again, the speed we want to land at is 135. And, give ourselves full flaps here. guys can see some of the beach resorts over there. World famous sandals. Let's get our feet on these rudders here. And we should be pretty much right on the money. So we're right on our ref speed. We're right on the ball. And we got 2 white, 2 red. So I'm pretty happy about it so far. Be careful for this last little bit. Good, so let's go ahead and take our auto brakes off here. And had a weird kind of stutter right there at the end, which kind of messed me up a little bit, but we still had a really smooth landing. It just made me float a little bit. And we'll go ahead and take this turn off at high speed. Alright, and go ahead and turn off our runway lights. Try to contact ground here. Try to get us into the gates.
009er, taxi to the gate. 2009er, taxi to the gate. 10, using taxiway Bravo Alpha Echo Foxtrot. 2009er, hold position, caution other traffic. Taxiing to gate 10, using taxiway Bravo.
There's a little fire over there.
Foxtrot 2009er.
Alright, so obviously the gates are over there, but let's go ahead and look at I don't know if it'll show us the here are the gates. So they got us going to gate 10. So just gonna be the other side, so we're gonna take Alpha and actually go around behind the terminal, looks like.
Roger, 2009er.
Alright, and let's finish cleaning up the rest of this. Alright, so speed brakes. TFC comes off, terrain can come off. Our APU's on, and everything else looks good to go. We'll actually take on Pro V now. And flight directors and auto throttles are off. Auto brakes off. Flaps are up. And spoilers are up. So it looks good to me. Let's also go ahead and take off our terrain radar. Our weather radar. So alright. Nice cleanup. And, let's look at this terminal chart one more time. So we're on Alpha right now. It was going to 10. Bravo Alpha Echo Foxtrot. Take a little bit of a closer look at this here, because I want to make sure I fully understand this thing. So exactly this Echo Foxtrot. Bravo Alpha. I don't even see an Echo. Anyways, it looks like we're going to come around the back of this terminal anyway, so that's alright. We'll figure it out. We're at stand 10, right? So let's tell GSX that we'll be at stand 10. Should be expecting us back there. So that is good so far. Let's see. So I see stand 18, I think. Just gonna keep on going on back. And there's our stand over there. Alright, and we are here. There's stand 10. So try to smooth our way on in here. Off our taxi lights, we don't blind anybody. And okay, I don't see our little marshaller, so he's like back there hiding. So we'll a little bit. Alright, let's go ahead and put on our APU power, APU gen, and we will cut our engines. Let's see what we scored on our parking. Can't see these, so I have no idea. Very good, alright. Is he gonna do his little dance for us or no? No, he did not do a dance for us. Alright, whatever. Alright guys, well hey, hope you guys enjoyed it. We're gonna go ahead and get deboarded here. Open up our doors and call this one a wrap. So I appreciate it guys. Lots of fun flying this 737. It's actually my first time flying that approach into Sangster, so it was definitely challenging, but hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys all very, very soon. Alright everybody, take care and safe flying.